The ceasefire in Gaza has been dominating headlines and indeed dominating headlines around the world. Our Global Affairs editor John Lyons is in Jerusalem for us this morning. John, good morning. What does the resignation of the Israeli army chief mean?
Well, good morning, James. Yes, there's some big news out of here today. Firstly, the resignation, as you say, of the Israeli Defence Forces Chief of Staff, the head of it, Herzi Halevi, and he has resigned, saying that he takes responsibility for the breakdown in security, for the failure of the Israeli army to protect Israelis in the October 7 attacks by Hamas when they crashed through the border and committed all those atrocities. Now, he says that he wanted to wait until there was some sort of, puncture point when there was a ceasefire. The interesting thing is, though, that he has accepted responsibility, but many people here say, well, surely the buck doesn't stop just with the head of the army. Surely it stops with the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. So now that the ceasefire has happened, there's starting to be a lot of recriminations, as we expected. Commissions of inquiry are beginning. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu will come under a lot of heat in coming weeks.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one to watch, John. And Israel's also begun a new military operation, this time in the West Bank. What's that about?
Well, James, just as the guns and the bombs have stopped in Gaza 2 or 3 days ago, they've now begun in the West Bank behind me. Prime Minister Netanyahu announced a few hours ago that they were beginning a major military operation in the West Bank, particularly the West Bank town of Jenin, which has a history of confrontation of hardliners and of militants and terrorists. The Israeli army have gone in there. There's been a lot of response and resistance from some Palestinians there. Several people have been killed, several Palestinians. And it now looks like B'Tselem, the human rights group, is saying that Jewish settlers have now begun attacking Palestinians with the full cooperation of the Israeli army. B'Tselem says they've been escorted in there. So the news here tonight or today is that the violence is really starting to erupt in the West Bank now, given it's just gone quiet in Gaza.